Hawaii's commercial flight industry after looking into a 2019 tour helicopter crash on Kauai that killed 7 people.
The National Transportation Safety Board says a lack of equipment, training, and regulations are all to blame for the fatal accident. KITV4's Ali Duklo shares more on what the safety agency is now calling for.
Investigators with the National Transportation Safety Board calling for tighter flight regulations in Hawaii Tuesday after investigating a December 2019 helicopter crash off Kauai's Napali coast that killed the pilot and all 6 passengers, 3 adults and 3 children. NTSB reports an unusual pattern of low clouds and rain moved into the 50-minute tour route before the pilot decided to continue flying with the low visibility. Former longtime pilot Peter Foreman calls the weather along the Napali coast volatile, saying conditions can change in minutes.
A pilot really has to have a safety-conscious attitude and give himself plenty of leeway when he's flying there.
In a public meeting Tuesday, the NTSB argued the Safari Air Company pilot was not trained properly to navigate through severe weather and did not have access to up-to-the-minute weather information. NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy blames the Federal Aviation Administration for what she calls minimal oversight over tour operators all across the islands. Homendy adds the FAA has ignored NTSB recommendations for years, including specialized weather training for pilots. Safari Air, Homendy points out, also did not implement what is called a safety management system, formal protocols to address hazards.
At least they told us that they were too small to implement a safety management system, but hey, you know, they had 4 helicopters. They certainly were not too small to identify what hazards were and address them proactively. That did not occur.
The FAA does offer a voluntary safety management system program and says it is working to mandate the protocols. According to the NTSB, the FAA held off on installing weather cameras that notify pilots of near real-time conditions. In a statement, the FAA says, "We take these recommendations seriously. Already, the FAA has installed 5 weather cameras in Hawaii, with 21 more coming." The agency also plans to place weather cameras near the site of the crash and mandate flight data recorders, devices that help aid recovery efforts in the event of a crash. Foreman believes the FAA may be dragging their feet.
I think they're undermanned for what they're trying to do. I think particularly on Kauai with all the helicopter tours, they really need more staffing.
Safari Air has not responded to our requests for comment. Ali Duklo, KITV4 Island News.